everybody. Welcome to the Church of Judas. Welcome back. Just want to talk about the truth and the power to overcome fear. I was thinking about intelligence, how fear, anger, things like that diminish your intelligence. And then as a group, collectively, as an organization, fear and anger and things like that diminish your intelligence. You can be intelligent in a organization or group that's been overtaken by fear. And the intelligent thing to do then is to be quiet, to hide and escape and look for a way out or look for a way to overcome the evil. I'll light this candle and invite Jesus, Mother Cabrini, and all good spirits to join the live. Overcoming evil is escaping a trap or turning a trap on itself. That's how we overcome evil. And it could be that being quiet, and hiding from the evil forces is the best course of action. The reason why I'm going to go ahead and continue to talk about things, and I considered, and I still probably will inevitably diminish some of the things I say because of fear of consequences. Fear of consequences of saying things, even true things, even just things like Trump's a pedophile or Trump's a traitor. The things that everybody's feeling that people want people to say, and people want to discuss the actual consequences, the actual aftermath, the actual day after Trump, the actual post-Trump era. People want to discuss and talk and think about that. And it's important to think about. It's important to talk about. And yet, they can get really upset and manufacture consequences for you for going against their regime, for going against their program. And that's something to reasonably be scared of. I understand probably most people are scared of that. And I'm scared of it, but I'm doing what I do anyway because it's the right thing to do. Somebody's got to do it. Hello, Starlight. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. So this was all prompted by it's Mother Cabrini. She's the patron saint of immigrants. So, here. It's Mother Cabrini, Saint Francis Xavier Cabrini. Mother Cabrini, Saint Cabrini, Saint Francis Xavier Cabrini. If you recognize the name Francis Xavier, it's because it's also the name of Professor X. What does an immigrant look like? What does that mean? You don't look like an immigrant. Does an immigrant have the dirt of France on their feet or something? Do they have a baguette? I don't know why my immigrant is from France. Does an immigrant wear a black and white striped shirt and a beret and ride a bicycle with a baguette? What does an immigrant look like? And how could I possibly not look like an immigrant? Can you tell what country I'm in? Do you know what they call this country? A nation of... Anyway. Yes, exactly. A nation of immigrants. Okay. Welcome to Alive. God bless you. Mary bless you. Mary bless you. Mary bless you. Jesus bless you. Judas bless you. I bless you. Bless yourself if you're anti-Trump. If you're not anti-Trump, you should also bless yourself even more to become anti-Trump. That's the secret. Okay. So, being anti-Trump is something that people are scared to admit or scared to uh, follow through with because of the Trump regime, because of the fascism, because of the threat that Trump brings to everything. And yet some people are bravely going out and protesting, even though Trump has blessed their protest and it's getting thousands of them killed. And we should do everything we can to stop that. But again, we should have stopped Trump, everything Trump did. So thanks for being here. Thanks for the reactions. Hello, Stephen. Hope you're good, man. It's nice to see you, Stephen. Well, I talked to the FBI today, so I'm as good as you can be when, yeah, I'm pretty good. How are you? Did the blessings work yet? So I guess we'll go full light. We're still waiting for this candle to kind of perk up a little bit. So that's kind of the theme of my thing, is that you would hope that good people in these organizations, like the FBI, know that Trump's a traitor. They know they're going to have to turn on him in some fashion. And maybe they're planning their secret whatever. But they're not doing it openly. They're not being obvious about it. There's not that much reason not to be. I mean, the fear of Trump, the fear of Putin, the fear of their designs being discovered too early or something. But it's not like the people don't know it. It's not like it would be a shock to the people. It's really highly suspicious that we don't openly have, the investigations of the FBI into Trump doing this and doing that. I guess they generally publicize their investigations when they're done. But still, let me read your question. I think they helped. Oh, good. The blessings helped. Thank you, and good vibes back at you. Thank you so much, Stephen. Nice to see you. Just had a nightmare you're going to prison for a year. I'm glad you woke up. Glad you're not going to prison. That sounds really scary. I don't remember what my dreams were about. I do remember I had dreams when I woke up this morning. I've tried to make a habit of recording my dreams like a video. I'll try to repeat my dream into a video. And it helps me remember them. It's been good. So, hello everyone. Thanks for being here. Sorry about the grim nature of my topic. I try to be kind of upbeat. I'm a little bit... Good morning. Nice to see you, Vendetta. I'm a little bit, I don't know about rattled. I don't know what the word for it is. A little put off by the FBI visit. Okay, sweet dreams. Nice to see you. Hope you have good dreams from now on instead of any more scary dreams. I used to have nightmares when I was a kid. I hate nightmares. They're stupid. I like what we're talking about dreams, though. This guy says, ABCD says, I had a weird dream where a guy wearing a hoodie was looking at me holding a jar with a picture of a woman in his hand. Whoa, that sounds like a mystical dream. I wonder what it means. There's only one good, namely knowledge, and only one evil, namely ignorance, Socrates. I mean, I can't really argue with that. That kind of fits with my theme, that all good is connected in the one thing. There's one truth The problem is these people that want to lie and want to distract from that truth, and that the one unifying truth that there is unites us and helps us escape fear. Um, one of the things that doesn't fit into that truth, I mean, I guess fear can be real and justified and good in certain situations, so it's not like completely fake. But I guess they have that phrase, fear stands for false evidence appearing real, that there's nothing really to fear. The girl is Francis Xavier Cabrini. Saint Francis Xavier Cabrini. Mother Cabrini. There's a movie about her called Cabrini. That's Cabrini. She is the patron saint of immigrants. She was once the patron saint of Italian immigrants. Now she's the patron saint of all immigrants. That's good to know about spam. I know that some cultures really enjoy spam. Also, praise the Lord Jesus Christ. In addition to the spam thing, praise the Lord Jesus Christ. Well, that's one way to put it. Is Jesus is truth, right? But then if there's falsehood, if there's fakeness, if there's like cons and scams and cults and MAGA and stuff that are not Jesus, the opposite of Jesus, then those things obstruct people from Jesus and the truth. You could say all things are part of this truth except for the lies. And they're, connected, but only the extent of like the way, the truth, and the life. Yeah. They're connected, but only in the way that all the lies are like, closed to the truth, or like something covering the truth. But the truth is anti-Trump. Everybody knows it. Yeah, but your God is fake. If your God lets you like Trump, your God's fake. Okay? Just like if your God lets you do a genocide, your God's fake. So we've proven that some gods that are pretty, influential and powerful in the world, or at least the conception of these gods is pretty influential and powerful in the world. They're fake. Those are fake gods. Because they let you believe in Trump, or they let you do a genocide. So, anyway, we'll see if the candle's gonna... I think we need to let the candle burn a little better. I think we need a little more focus. Okay. So this is the Church of Judas. It replaces all the patriarchy, Christianity, and war and Trumpism. So the fastest way to end patriarchy, the best way to end Trumpism, the best way to end war is Jesus and Judas. Well, again, if your Jesus disengages you from the world of your fellow humans, including politics, your Jesus might be fake. Again, there's an Antichrist Jesus, a fake Jesus who is the Antichrist, that, you could also say is Trump, or allows people to worship Trump, or however closely they're related, if they're identical, or if they're just closely related. But the real Jesus is the very opposite of Trump. Okay. So, we know who the Nazis are. We know that they're evil. We know that Trump is one. We should know, therefore, that Putin is one. Netanyahu is one. Anybody in that tight-knit circle of evil, they're not just random evil. They're an ancient evil or an old evil. Okay. It's not really up for debate. People that don't understand Trump as a Nazi just aren't intelligent enough to speak to. Okay, that's not a discussion here. Okay, we'll talk to the people who are already like up to speed. Okay, so the Church of Judas replaces all patriarchy Christianity, war, and Trumpism. It replaces the entire Christian religion as you know it, and the other things that most people don't consider Christian, like, I don't know, Mormonism and stuff, Scientology, stuff like that, that has arisen within the Christian world. All of it gets replaced by the Church of Judas. Hello, Sweden. Yeah, wrong channel, gotta go. That's probably a decision more people should make when they get here. Because this really isn't for people that don't know that Trump's a Nazi. If you know that Trump's a Nazi, then you're in the right place, or you're in a place that welcomes you and you will understand what I have to say, or you'll understand much of what I have to say. If you don't know Trump's a Nazi, like, the learning curve is way too steep for you here. So you would do much better to move along. If you know that America is a nation of immigrants, that one of our most famous slogans or mottos or something is nicknames is a nation of immigrants, then I hope you'll know now that Mother Cabrini, who's on this candle, is the patron saint of immigrants. She's the saint of immigrants. Jesus loves you too, Solid Tank. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Who are you all here for? Who do you guys represent yourselves? The 7 people presumably in chat. One of you probably can't speak because he's with a certain agency. I'm just kidding. But seriously though, who do you guys represent? Do you represent yourself? And if so, do you feel like you represent yourself well? Do you feel like you're a good representation of yourself? Everybody went away. That's cool. I'm really not that like motivated for this live. I'm kind of disappointed by you could do better. Okay. Well, let's do better. I'm gonna give you some self-esteem. I was kind of disappointed by my trolls swatting me today. I guess they didn't technically swat me. They like called the FBI on me. So, that was, I don't know. I mean, as long as that's all there was to it, I guess it was fine. But it makes you scared. Like, it's a form of fear and terrorism and stuff. I mean, I do hope that the FBI shows up to interrogate them for false reports and for all their harassment. But like, I don't think it wasn't it wasn't really that bad of an experience, but in itself, talking to them, but the fear that, oh well, what are they gonna do? Although I hope that when they talk to the people who've been threatening and trolling me and stuff, that they just arrest them, so they don't have to have the fear. They just get arrested. So that's been on my mind. And then I guess you know how you have a conversation. I even said, they said, "Do you have any questions for us?" I was like, "I'm sure I'll think of some as soon as you leave." But my main question is like, well, when it becomes obvious to everyone that Trump's a traitor, are you guys going to be on our side, or are you going to be on Trump's side? Are you going to be on the side of the American people, or are you going to be on Trump's side? Swatting is really scary. Yeah, this wasn't really swatting. This was the FBI. But it's scary, It's like, I mean, it wasn't scary in itself. Again, they weren't being scary. They weren't being threatening. It was just scary because what the fuck, Who does that? I was at someone's house that got raided, and it was not fun to. Oh, I was at someone's house that got raided once, and I mean, I think I left. It was like a big party there, so the house was getting raided, and most people left. But yeah, that's scary. Police in general are scary. These police weren't scary because they were like, they were like not officers. They were like detectives and stuff. But they were nice. Like everybody was super nice. I mean, the one guy I got really weird vibes from, but I think I might have misunderstood what he said. What related? Op related? I don't know exactly what you mean by that. No, it was anti-Trump. Anti-Trump people. I mean, it was for me being anti-Trump. And the trolls that troll my channel because I'm anti-Trump. And they're threatened. Because they're like Klansmen and pedophiles and stuff. And they don't like people calling them out. They get threatened by people calling them out for being pedophiles and Nazis and Klansmen. And they want to harass those people and make them scared and silent. Which is why I'm here right now. Being not scared and silent about the Nazis and pedophiles who constantly harass my channel. But thankfully, they really haven't been here tonight. Interesting. So don't miss them, though. Grateful to have other people here. Grateful to have good people here who can accept people being anti-Trump. Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, I shouldn't even worry about you thinking about it. Think about what you are. Thinking's not really your strong suit. You joined 14 years ago. You have 1 subscriber. You're like, you kind of have to be over 20 years old because you probably weren't 6 when you made your YouTube account. So you probably have to be over 20 years old. Think about it. Think about what that says about you. Think about what your projections say about you and what probably should be done. Think about it. So, anyway, I do want to bless everyone who's opposing Trump. Bless everyone who's opposing Trump and Putin and Netanyahu. We will win. They will lose. They're really scared right now. I heard ICE isn't even trying to do their kidnappings themselves. They're trying to like bribe hobos and rando oath keepers and stuff into it. Bless you too. We're getting so many Jesus people. Maybe it's because of the Jesus thing that we're not getting the bad people as much. I mean, we have 1 Nazi in the chat. It's not kidnapping. Dude, it's kidnapping. There's a reason why every American calls it kidnapping. And Trump Putiners have to lie about it. Again, there's one truth. The truth is Jesus and love and things like that. You don't have to call it Jesus or love, but there is one truth. And then there's the things outside of that truth. The lies, the fascism, the Trumpism. That's what we're going to end. Russia. Russia might be one of the things we're going to end. I mean, so might America. I'm not gloating. Your message is pure and true. Thank you. If you don't mind, I'll pin your comment just so people know. Yeah, I'm just speaking out on Jesus stuff. Welcome to the Church of Judas. Goddess bless you, Mary bless you, Mary bless you, Mary bless you, Jesus bless you, Judas bless you, I bless you, bless yourself. That's the blessing I came up with the church, for the Church of Judas. So the Church of Judas replaces all patriarchy, Christianity, war, and Trumpism. These are the things we replace. Did you write them down? patriarchy, Christianity, war, and Trumpism. These are all the things we replace. Patriarchy, Christianity, you can almost say like the same thing, because when you think about it, I mean, there's forms of patriarchy that aren't Christianity, but Christianity's pretty well coalesced it. And that's how we replace these things. That's how we replace empire too. Christianity is pretty well coalesced and embedded in the most powerful, what you want to call dangerous empires of the last 1,500 years, 2,000 years almost. So, having done that, the way to end those empires and the way to end the wars that they create is to transform Christianity so drastically that it ends the empires that it's been embedded in, and ends war, ends the war that the fake Christianity has all this time supported. So check out the hashtag Church of Judas for how to do that. Thanks. This is scriptural. It's from the Gospel of Judas. I wrote the book of Judas about it, and I do a lot of content under the hashtag Church of Judas. If you don't want to listen to any more of this live, but you're curious about this topic, check out the hashtag Church of Judas. Trumpism is shorthand for racism, sexism, Nazism, all that stuff. Trumpism is pretty much shorthand for all the evil in the world. In fact, I would be hard pressed to think of some evil that's not included in Trumpism. I don't know, maybe you can think of one in the comments. Can you think of a type of evil that's not included in Trumpism? In comments? Just as a mental exercise, it's not important. For anyone that needs this, 12/22/2002, is that the current time in your region? Did you guys watch Craig Ferguson? Is Trumpism where people love Trump like a religion? Yeah, just all of it. Trumpism. Oh, you said, what's Trumpism? Somebody else said there's no such thing as Trumpism. You said, what's Trumpism? Yeah, Trumpism is what you call MAGA. I call them Trump-Putineers. You could call it, treason or fascism, or you could call it terrorism. You could call it sex trafficking, kidnapping, concentration camps. All that Trumpism stuff, all that stuff is Trumpism. It's all evil. It's all a big trap, and it's evil. And again, if you can think of a type of evil that's not included in Trumpism, put it in comments. It would be interesting, just as a imagination mental exercise. It's a cult, not a religion. Well, Christianity is a religion, but it's also a fake religion. That's what Church of Judas is for, to turn it into a real religion. Check out the hashtag Church of Judas. Yeah, the Trumpism, MAGA, is a cult like the Charles Manson cult. Exactly correct. Fascism is, also a cult that comes in many different forms, But yeah, we're going to end it. And Trumpism, Putin, Trump, Netanyahu, these cohorts, whatever, collaborators of fascism, in a way they've had to pool their resources and put their powers together. Like the people that genocided Jewish people are now utilizing or exploiting Jewish people, to do it again. And then they're going to genocide them too, get back to their original genocide. But they have to use them now. You see what I'm saying? They have to, they don't have, if they don't team up, they would have lost a lot sooner. So yeah, they've teamed up against us. Trump is prideful. That's one of the deadly sins. Again, I don't know what all the deadly sins are off the top of my head. I can't imagine Trump fails to have any of them. The axis of evil, yeah. It's the same thing as it was before. It's Putin invading Europe from the east, Trump invading Europe from the west, Putin invading USA through Trump. There's nothing new or original about any of this. I wasn't saying it was new or original. I was actually just saying it's a continuation of what they were doing in Germany in World War II. And then they got it from Americans. They got it from the guy who invented pro-life, Horatio Storer. There's nothing new or original about any of this. Yeah, people need to hear it. Is the thing. Okay, we might go for lights. Everybody, shield your eyes. That candle could probably use some more candling, but another thing that could be of use is this cord from my phone. So probably won't go live that much longer. I was really just going live to be defiant against the trolls that called the FBI on me. Trump is talking about other people starting World War III when he's the only one who's actually and basically trying to start it. Not the only one, because everything Trump does, he does for Putin. So Trump and Putin and Netanyahu, but Trump and Putin are specifically on the task of starting World War III. But yeah, I mean, again, Trump's always going to project. What was he talking about? They won't release the Epstein files. Well, who won't release the Epstein files now? Trump. Now, what was he talking about? They're doing these sex trafficking rings. Well, who was actually doing the sex trafficking rings? Trump. He's always whining about they're going to destroy the country. Well, who's actually destroying the country? Trump. So their accusations are always confessions. Don't be pro-life. It's, again, the same guy who originated the ideas that the Nazis got, eugenics ideas, originated pro-life. It came from the same guy's mind. He's an evil person. Don't believe things that evil people believe. Trump would push the World War III button and not even think twice about it. Yeah, he's punching it all the time. You guys know that aliens can deactivate our nukes, right? But he keeps punching the World War III button all the time. Like he can't get it started. He tried to punch the Charlie Kirk World War III or Civil War button at least. Nobody cared. You know? Like what is Candace Owens gonna mow us all down? No, nobody cares about Charlie Kirk. He tried to shoot some people. He had a CIA shooter shoot some people in D.C. that he put out there as targets to be shot. Nobody did shit. Okay, he's getting a lot of people killed in Iran right now. He's getting thousands of people killed in Iran right now. And he's getting probably hundreds of people killed in Venezuela right now. And he's killed hundreds and thousands of people in America. And he's killed hundreds of thousands of people in Gaza. So that's Trump's kill count this time around. He killed like 8 million worldwide the first time around with Trump virus. And he killed over 1 million in America with Trump virus. Okay. We got any Americans in chat? You don't have to be American. Being human would be preferable, or a good spirit of any type would be preferable. Would you rather have had Kamala Harris as president than Trump? Yeah. Who wouldn't rather have had Kamala Harris as president than Trump? Again, people who thought they would rather have Trump, what was the reason a lot of them thought they would rather have Trump? Because of the war in Gaza. They got duped into thinking Trump was going to help. What did Netanyahu call Trump? The best friend to Israel by far, the best friend to him. I shouldn't even dignify it by saying Israel. The best friend to Netanyahu by far. So they tricked you. They fooled a bunch of people. They lied to a bunch of people. Didn't a lot of people vote for Trump because they wanted prices to go down? What happened to prices? They didn't go down. But no, like I did vote for Kamala Harris and her genocide. I was blaming her for the genocide. I was blaming them for months, saying you're trading a landslide for a genocide. You have a landslide. You're trading it for a genocide. Why are you trading it? You could have just tried to stop the genocide. You could have even said you were going to try to stop the genocide. You could have said that would be the difference between your campaign and Biden's. But they couldn't say that for certain APAC reasons. And they won't release the autopsy of why they lost the 2024 election because of those same APAC reasons. But we know what it is. Meanwhile, half the MAGA is already turning to getting ready to genocide Jewish people again. All the ones that are getting all the publicity, Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, Matt Gaetz even. Who are some of the other ones? All those losers are doing the pivot. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Chris Fuentes was always, he didn't have to pivot. He was always there. Sorry, what's his name? Nick Fuentes. Why don't you put on your lips and get a picture of Trump and just go to town with it? Put on your lips? Oh, like kissing Trump or something? I'm not sure if I understand what you're trying to say. Trump is the biggest whiner. Yeah, Trump mutineers only speak whinese and lies and hate speech. I'm American. All right, cool. I'm in California. Cool. We got Americans in here. Sorry, didn't see you guys' chats earlier. Let me catch up on the chat. Cool. We finally got some Americans in here. That's cool. Sorry, there aren't interesting people in chat. It's okay. Not American. You're California. You can't spell your correctly. They can never spell. Trump mutineers can never spell your correctly. It's so weird. I mean, it's so like predictably the exact same thing from every single one of them. Okay. There's too many hillbillies. There are far too many immigrants on the planet. That's what Quillaby said in The Simpsons. I don't agree with that sentiment. I'm just quoting Quillaby from The Simpsons. What's NGA? Anyway, so back to stopping Trump. The best way to stop Trump really is with Jesus. It's the truth. It's love. It's all good things. So, hmm. And the Antichrist is Trump. Weird. I'm not sure what to make of your comments, guys. Oh, hello, Daisy England. Nice to see you. I had a very enjoyable day today. I went to movies. I had a good time seeing the SpongeBob SquarePants movies and Gundam double feature, which actually had 3 movies somehow. Um, but yeah, I had a great day. It was unfortunate that it began by talking to the FBI, but it was a good day. No, I'll be glad of all the time I spent on Trump. I think Trump's evil, and I think just talking about the evils of Trump and getting rid of him are going to be some of the best instruments to getting rid of him. As I was saying earlier, Jesus, the truth, love, like the truth, like the oneness of the truth is the best way to get rid of Trump because Trump's a lie. Trump's a con man, a sham. And Trumpers use poopers and baby oil. Yeah, that's another reason why they only speak Chinese. Why do we fight for you fuckers? I don't think you do. I think you fight against us. Aren't you for Trump? And you're against America. You're against America's. Oh, yeah, Jesus is against Trump. Trump is the Antichrist, so Jesus is one of the best cures for Trump. If you don't know that about Jesus, you don't know Jesus. So that's a you problem. It's not. That's not my fault. I'm sitting here plainly telling you. What are you going to do when Trump is gotten rid of? Are you going to party? Yeah, everybody is. It's going to be like another 4th of July. It won't probably be on the 4th of July. It'll be like, the 3rd of March. And they'll be like 3-3 or whatever, March 3rd, something like that. Whatever date it is will be like the new 4th of July. We'll still have the 4th of July. It'll just be the new, better 4th of July. Why, what are you going to do when Trump is gone? I think that's a very good thing to think about. What will we do when Trump is gone? What will it look like? What will Trump going look like? Will it be impeachment of Trump and Vance and Johnson? Will we have President Grassley? I literally think he's the next one in the line of succession. Will we have this really old guy from Iowa, President Grassley, who make Biden look like a spring chicken? It's a cult, yeah. The MAGA cult, it's Antichrist. It's not just any old cult. It's like the worst concentration of all the worst things about Christianity. I think when he said, "Why do we fight for you fuckers?" I think he's in the U.S. military. Yeah, I don't think he was fighting shit. 2 years in the Middle East, broken back, 2 shattered legs. Prove I fought for you. Dude, you just sound sad. I mean, aren't you the type of person that Trump calls a loser? Doesn't Trump like people that don't get broken backs and shit? Like, Trump thinks you're a loser. I appreciate your service. I'm not calling you a loser. I'm just saying the guy that you're mad at me over calls you a loser. It's fucking weird. Calls you a sucker and a loser. And you're going to be like, he didn't say that. No, dude, we all heard him say it. We all watched his minions storm the Capitol. We all saw his little traitors try to steal the election. He's 80 years old. Is that Trump or Grassley? They might be the same age, just Grassley's always seemed really old. And by the way, I was ordered there by Obama. Well, thank you for obeying a, a, a less illegal order. I mean, I don't know that those orders were illegal from Obama. I know that the Trump orders are illegal. And we should be talking about, again, after Trump or because of Trump, the people who carried out Trump's kidnapping orders in Venezuela should be arrested. The entire chain of command, from the generals on down to the people who stormed the Capitol, they should be arrested because they obeyed illegal orders. I think Trump should go to jail. I like that plan. I'm also fine if Trump doesn't go to jail and he goes to the Kremlin and he's like tweet socialing, truth socialing, you know. I mean, I guess it would be better if he went to jail. Like, I wish he'd gone to jail during the Biden administration. But if he gets away and gets to the Kremlin and he's truth socialing while he's watching, all the footage, all the coverage of how bad he was, once they're not afraid of him anymore and everybody can talk about it. I think that would be the most peaceful way for his followers to not be terrorists, because they could still get his truth socials and stuff, or just let him truth social from prison or whatever too. Have him locked up. But I mean, he'll be truth socialing up at another revolution or something. So yeah, but yeah, him being in jail probably makes sense. Whether he should truth social or not, or we should just deal with the fact that some of them are going to be terrorists, so we're going to have to stop them when they do their terrorism. Like, but like, you're afraid of the stupid ass Trump terrorists and what they're going to do when you actually have consequences for Trump is not a good reason to not have consequences for Trump. Being cowards about the country is for like not FBI agents. It's for not Americans. I think Trump should go to jail. Yep. I want to pin that one. I think Trump should go to jail. We are not here to prop up other people, religions. And by the way, I was ordered there by Obama. We read that. This guy doesn't realize he's just the other side of the same coin. No, dude, it's not two sides of the same coins. It's not both sides. It's anti-fascism and it's fascism. They're the opposite things. Okay, we do have communism and socialism over on our side. You guys have, authoritarianism, fascism. Um, that's you guys' side. They're two opposite things. They're not two sides of the same coin. They're two opposite ends of the spectrum. If you actually participate in the other end of the spectrum, if there were two sides of the same coin, then there could be an argument made for being on either side. They're two sides of the same coin. I could flip to your side. You could flip to my side. Well, try flipping to my side. If you think it's a coin you can flip, try flipping to my side. LARP is one of us for once. Or as I would put it, come over to our end of the spectrum. Because that end of the spectrum is very dangerous for you and for everyone. You're a real patriot. Stay safe. Thanks. I got to talk to the FBI today because of my patriotism. Thanks for the open discussion. Of course. Thank you for your service. Yes, thank you. Wait, Trump says Venezuela, U.S. soldiers, losers. Veterans and U.S. soldiers, losers. Yeah, he called them suckers and losers. Um, he was like really down on John McCain, I guess because John McCain ran against him or something. And Trump is getting people killed in Venezuela. He's getting a lot of people killed in Iran. He's getting people killed in America, but he's getting people killed in Venezuela. Like they're going around trying to find Americans or people who support America and killing them. They're doing that. And Trump isn't saving them. Trump is in control. Trump is the one who made this happen. He's sparked these conditions off. So Trump's killing people in Venezuela right now. Nobody's stopping him. Nobody's even hardly talking about it. They are talking about what Trump says to the people of Iran to get more people there killed. They're not saying, and this is bullshit, this is going to get more people killed. They're not warning people. Anyway, have you heard Trump pronounce countries' names? I'm fucking dying. Which ones? Put some in chat. I'll try to imitate him. Imagine what he would sound like. Trump talks a lot of shit. I gotta shut down the live in about 13 minutes. Or less. I wouldn't mind stopping it early because, again, it's been a long day. I'll kiss Trump with my fist because somebody was trying to say that people should marry Trump. Yeah, everybody hates Trump. Like, really, everybody, and all Americans especially, hate Trump. I spent 3 days in the field too ready for an Obama. I spent what? I spent 3 days in the field too ready for an Obama visit. Then he decided not to attend. In the meantime, Trump can work in micro D's. What? In a micro D's? What's a micro D's? Dude, we went out, we had signs and everything. President Reagan was going to come down a street near my elementary school. So we went out with signs to like greet President Reagan. I don't know exactly how I felt about it. I don't know if he ever drove by. He was going to drive by in like his motorcade. I don't know if he ever drove by or if he just didn't drive by or if he drove by really fast. But anyway, it was a lot of preparation for nothing because we didn't really see him or anything. So I know how you feel. I actually met Obama though. I mean, I touched his ring on his ring finger when he was coming around to greet the crowd. I didn't meet him personally, but I was that close to him. I have a question. I was a caucus representative for Obama. I have a question. If you were alone in a room with Trump, what would you do? Would you fight him? You know, I mean, I guess I would if he was trying to fight me. I mean, I wouldn't not fight back. Um, but what would I do if that wasn't the question? If it wasn't, would I fight him? Um, Well, Hillary Clinton probably should go to jail, and Trump and Bill Clinton should go to jail too. Didn't Hillary and Bill just dodge some type of congressional hearing about the Epstein files today and yesterday? There's no flipping because y'all refuse to talk. I'm talking this entire time. I don't really have any. If you have something you think I should listen to, type it in the chat. Are you Somali? I think the word is Somali. I don't know what Somalian. It might refer to like something else, but Somali is the word for the people, as far as I know. The lawlessness epidemic of the states has gotten completely and out of hand. Both sides, neither side is willing to listen to the other. There's nothing to listen to on the Trump side. I'm sorry. Again, type it in chat if you think there's something to listen to. I will read it and address what you think there is to listen to. But you guys should listen to the left, because not necessarily Democrats, because they're all full of shit. Like centrist Democrats are all full of shit. But listen to the actual left sometime. They don't generally let you hear what we have to say. That old orange elderly goofball. 8 minutes left and we're shutting down the live. No, Trump's a terrorist. Trump looks like a Tito buff. He almost looks like the Lorax, looking like the Human Torch. Trump sounds like he smoked a pack of cigarettes. That's great. I think Trump ruined the Republican Party. It wasn't that great, but he certainly made it worse. Somebody send money to Trident of Unity. Unless he's a Trumper or terrorist or something, then don't send him money. But I have good feelings because he just said he needed money. So he sounds like a good person. Hello, Jason Statham. That name sounds familiar, but I can't think of who it is. Thanks for the... Was he on Full House? Who am I thinking of? Anyway, sorry this kind of like petered out. I guess I could go back to the candle from whence we began, especially since we don't need the charge anymore. It's probably charged up. We'll go back to the Cabrini candle. Patron saint of immigrants. In this, the nation of immigrants. But if we got to kick out some immigrants, it should be like Trump's family and ancestors and stuff. Leave the rest of us alone. Okay. Thanks, Mother Cabrini. Goddess bless you, Mary bless you, Mary bless you, Mary bless you. Jesus bless you, Judas bless you, I bless you. And bless yourself. And Mother Cabrini bless you. She looks so sweet, doesn't she? I have some water from her miraculous spring where I got this candle at her shrine. If you refuse to listen to an opposing viewpoint, you're no better than your enemy. You spelled your right once. I'm sorry, I'm too intelligent to listen to Trump stuff. Again, I will listen to what you have to say, but nobody said anything. I asked any of you to say what you think is something good about Trump that people should listen to, or, and you have nothing to say. All you have to say is, oh, if you don't listen to us, if you don't agree with it. No, I know I don't agree with you. I will be glad to entertain any ideas that you have, but you don't have any. What's your ideas? Deport people? Kidnap people? Start wars and stuff? Like, those are your ideas? I don't like those ideas. So tell me what you think is a good idea that you associate with Trump, and we'll talk about whether or not it's a good idea for like 3 minutes. We don't even have that much time. You guys better type fast. I don't think that you guys really are an opposing view. I think you're just trolls. I don't think you guys are even genuine Trumpers. The First Lady is an immigrant. I haven't seen her for a while. She got booed recently, or no, I saw her in some type of clip recently because she was trying to do a speech somewhere and the microphone cut out on her because she's like demon possessed or something. Anyway, she's probably just his handler anyway, right? I mean, does anybody believe that Melania or anyone would like Trump and put up with him if it wasn't their job to do so? Especially for a long period of time or for extended periods of time. Okay. Candle wasn't working for me. Would the kid version of you be proud of who you grew up to? I'm pretty much the same as the kid version of me. Why or why not? I mean, the why not part makes you think, well, what would be the criticisms? But no, I think, yeah, I don't think I'd be disappointing to myself. I think I certainly thought I would be famous a lot earlier and for a lot more of my life than it's turned out. I mean, hopefully I still have a lot of life left to be famous, but I'm not very famous. But I always thought I would be. As a kid, I always just kind of felt like that was a thing that was going to happen in my life. And I guess I thought it would happen earlier in my life. Everyone thought they'd be bigger or better. But still, bro, you're doing great. I didn't think I'd be bigger. I think I'm great. I mean, I think I'm pretty fantastic. So I didn't think I'd be better. I just thought I would have more recognition in the world. At this point, by this stage of my life, I thought I would have already had some decades of being recognized in the world. Now, I haven't done that much. I've made a lot of content on YouTube and been fully aware for most of the time I've been doing it that I'm pretty like suppressed. Like my content isn't going to reach people until something else happens. Like until I write a book or do something that people are like looking for my content for a reason, or people who appreciate what I do and say actively try to engage in my content more. Thanks for the question. That was an interesting way to lead the live. Nobody really had anything good to say. W vibes, and I appreciate the response, bro. Have a good one, you too. Thanks for being here. All you do is blame Trump, Trump, Trump. Well, I mean, who else does to blame? I blame Putin. I blame Netanyahu. I don't only blame Trump. I blame Putin and Netanyahu. I blame the minions. I blame the Trump Putineers, the people who carry out his bullshit. I blame them as well. But I blame Trump and Putin and Netanyahu because I think it's significant to focus on the fact that he's a traitor, that he's helping an enemy of America, and a guy who's really actively doing a genocide. Well, both of them. Putin's trying to genocide Ukraine, Netanyahu's trying to genocide Palestine. And Trump's trying to genocide America. And you guys don't see it because you're a bunch of idiots. Anyway, all you do is blame Trump, Trump, Trump. Where is the blame of the last leadership? If Trump was the last leadership before Biden, who was just a placeholder for more Trump. He didn't arrest Trump. He had every right to. He had every duty to. All I do is blame Trump, Trump, Trump. Where's the blame of the past leadership? If a if a crop is withering and dying, is it the fault of the new farmer or the farmer that tilled the land before? Dude, leave it to a Russian to make a farmer analogy. But thanks, Russian. Optimistic Taco Truck is your name. You gay.